Hoy seremos testigos de un nuevo capítulo en la historia de League of Legends. Algún día vuestros hijos preguntarán ¿dónde estabais durante la final de este torneo 1 contra 1?
From 30 players, just 2 are left to compete for the highest honor the human race has or will ever know, the right to call themselves the 1v1 King.
Y en el lado azul y defendiendo al equipo hielo, está acostumbrado a las finales, pero esta quiere ganarla. ¡Sí!
And on the red side for Team Ice, he doesn't need to hunt with the pack to take down his target. It's a Maple! All right, gentlemen, take your positions. Let's have a clean fight.
Let's the battle begin!
No.
Ven aquí, amigo.
Like this.
¡Que comience la batalla!
For the runes,
Yeah,
with the
same.
attack damage for the marks rather than the attack speed for marks, but Uzi does do a last-minute swap. The only
Okay.
problem is you can't hop out of the
It's
way.
like every game we load up, these guys
a
are
little
just
bit more attack speed each time.
1% lifesteal or 1.5% lifesteal, which is basically a quintessence, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the other route, right? Instead of taking both armor and magic resist, you say defensive are out. I just load up with attack speed runes, even though they're less efficient.
Maple 29% attack speed. It feels like it's like a kind of gun show here. Just who can bring the most attack speed to the party.
He, on the other hand, did go with the armor, so he's still sticking with armor yellows there for the flat 9. Obviously, there's not magic damage that he's going to have to worry about there when no support.
Yeah, and there is the argument in a 1v1 trade, is armor better than health? Some people say. I know Freak is very adamant to saying like it's about the health being better, but the problem is if you run armor, you can, or the solution rather, is that you can tank minions much better. And in this 1v1 map, there's going to be a lot of minion damage in these trades. That's why armor is slightly beneficial if you're just looking at 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to get pretty deep on that discussion because the value in the super long trading doesn't cap out for armor, and you're going to get more. Uzi goes in there for the trade, and Maple, happy to take it, does get a bit of the better, but remember, it's all about the minions at this stage in the game.
Yeah, if you're Kalista, obviously you can't proc your Ren from very far. You never want to do it unless you execute a minion, because not only does it extend the range at which all these spears explode, it also gives you the reset whenever you kill a minion. And it's very known, just in case people haven't seen Kalista in a while. So with Eon cooldown, you just lose the 1v1 immediately.
Good spears here from Uzi as well, and you can tell Uzi has been one of the guys that has that 215 spawn for the relics down and always plays for it.
Ooh, the Q misses. That would be really close to putting Maple in kill range. This also means that Uzi no longer has E available, because you can see there are no new spears appearing in the creep. So Maple will know exactly when the Ren becomes available again.
Yeah, that's a really good indicator. You know, plus the fact during that trade he had 3 ranged minions on Uzi, so taking a risk there. He's going to be able to get this wave all the way into turret, but Maple has the potential to pull ahead here.
Yeah, obviously in the longer trades, the only resource that Maple needs to look for is that health. Uzi low on mana as he misses yet another Q. Could be crucial.
Maple gets the level up, goes for the trade.
Gets a stun, double exhaust.
Ignite as well. And once again, Uzi pulls away with an extra summoner. Every single one of these early trades, he's always held on to one extra summoner.
He's so calm in the approach here, just knows the limits of these champions, know that with an exhausted cannon, all the abilities on cooldown, there's no reason for him to really, you know, play too carelessly, holds on to the barrier. Now Maple's in trouble, because Uzi got him more mana from that relic, and he's contesting the next relic spawn right now. And he loses.
Rushes for it, takes a huge chunk of damage in exchange, and that's going to be Uzi pushing one more into the turret.
Uzi running low on mana every time he executes as well. I think you need to rend like 2 minions for it to become mana efficient.
Yep, got to get the multiple ones.
It's honestly so satisfying to watch Kalista CS. I just kind of get lost in thought. Forget that I'm actually having to cast this game sometimes.
Counting spears, waiting for the Q to try and run them through.
Yep. I love this harass pattern from Uzi. Always gets a single spear onto Maple, really making those auto attacks worth it, and then resets with the rend stacks. He's also hitting turret.
Well, definitely don't want them to time out as well. That's one of the worst feelings. If you pre-set them up on the minions, then you finally get your spear in the enemy.
Oh, Uzi's so calm. He doesn't make the mistake of just trying to get the rend range. He knows exactly when Maple's out of range, and he just keeps the rend stacks up to get through this minion wave as soon as he can. You know, if he failed that rend right there, it could have taken him like 5-10 seconds longer to clear through this minion wave. Instead, he just gets the fast base, it pushes in, denies a couple more CS against Maple.
Very large CS lead here for Uzi. See if he, you know, what type of purchase he decides to go with here. Since Maple is so attack speed centric,
it has to be the boots too. It increases your leap range. It's such an efficient item on Kalista because the hops in between are based on boots tier, not which ones you buy. So tier 2 boots give you better hops.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Uzi plays the style where he allows the enemy to be the one to engage, but he's going to then like use the enemy's momentum against him, right? He's going to be able to have attack speed boots as well to stay in the fight and stay there toe-to-toe. Level 6 actually for Maple, though. Pretty big spike.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point you bring up there. We have to remember there is no ultimate available for Uzi. It's just another level up here. He's trying to leverage these minions here. Yeah. Maple can't actually auto-attack. Look at he's hopping, dodging the skill shots.
Look at Maple's usage of that brush, though. I mean, just every time, microing right back into it, drops the aggro for a second, does take one round of auto there from the minions.
Ooh, good sidestep by Maple into the brush, dodging another Q here, really vital here. This could be an all-in pump by Maple.
Barrier. Oh!
That was very well played. Sidesteps the Q, realizes that he can actually all in, and again, listen, no ultimate, but this is still okay for Uzi. He built himself a buffer that he can work with, but right now the CS is suddenly equalized.
Similar story to the last time we saw Maple there. Goes back the first purchase right after those Berserker Greaves, really takes over, goes for the all-in, punishes Uzi, and Uzi just has to reload on health potions. Remember, Uzi still should be able to get that CS lead back. Yep. Yes, and does. So he still has that minor CS lead, but there's just so much more threat on the cannon now. He's going to have to wait for the ultimate to come back up, but now it's actually his advantage. Since we talked about the desync summoners, Uzi, you know, talk about, oh, he cautiously holds on to the extra one. Now he's down the barrier, so.
Ooh, I was hoping Uzi would kind of queue through the cannon creep and latch onto Maple right there. Would have been pretty cool. I think Uzi may actually look for turret chip here. Oh, going for all CS. Look how he's spacing out. Dodges the Q. That's big. That means no stun unless Maple uses E. That was actually really crucial. Because the second the Q's out of the window, the only way Maple stuns is if he connects E. And the problem is if he pops his own lightning rush, Uzi's just going to pop the Rend, slow him down.
It's completely not worth it to charge lightning rush at Uzi at this point. As he's able to kite back a decent way.
Yeah, with the hops and with the Rend.
Exactly. You take too much on the way in. Pretty good control.
One more auto would generate a stun there. Good disengage by Uzi. Very aware of all these things going on. The position of the wave, the amount of stacks on the cannon. It turns out cannon is a pretty broken champion, 1v1. And Maple is still carrying away this win.
Yeah, extremely tight race here. Whew, between the Blood Moon champions. Actually, the third place was Blood Moon as well. Blood Moon Yasuo versus Blood Moon Cannon versus Blood Moon Kalista. Uzi will be able to get the last 3. Yeah. Because they only take 1 hit. Minion shouldn't be able to mess that up. And he comes within striking distance.
64 or 66 CS rather. That's a tongue twister. Maple had the advantage.
I'm so hung up on the friend one.
God damn it! Leave it behind, Kobe.
We have spears ready. Oh, I thought he was going to throw the
massive carryover.
Yeah. Because you still, that is another good thing to point out, you know, the spear carryover. Uh-oh,
Maple popping the ulti. Good exhaust by Uzi. Carrier is not available.
Has to hop directly backwards, though.
Oh.
Maple now has the minions to tank.
Great hop by Uzi.
So close to running right back into that shuriken, but does not take it. Now he's got a lifesteal backup with the Vamp Scepter. Uzi has the advantage for sustain.
Oh, beautiful rend execute for double harass here. Maple's looking very pressured.
That one.
Q misses. Uzi in complete control. This Vamp Scepter is really working out.
Maple fumbling a little bit here under pressure.
Look for the spears, look for the reset. One more auto attack. The minion's gonna pop. Maple's gonna pop as well. Uzi strong. Barrier comes up. Maple's so close.
Oh, Uzi launches it!
Oh, Maple!
Uzi had to back out because the minions, the ranged ones were on him. Maple with the Warlord's lifesteal on the melee there as well. He's got to watch out for the spear.
This low health Warlords is just generating so much. WQ is enough with this turret dropping as well.
All right, back down. He's going to get his recall off.
Yeah, it's going to force an all-in. At this point, there is 20 CS remaining. Uzi could brute force turret here, but it's too little time. Oh, I love watching him CS. His rend is still up after all that.
Yep. All right, this will be the last purchase. Everybody's
yeah, look at him. Look at that smiling.
This is one of those nervous last.
Totally planned that. I totally knew Warlords would keep me alive right there.
All right. Straight back to business for both of them. Maple gonna want him wait on his cooldown for the ultimate. I think he has time. I think he should be able to
sit on this mark. He's just gonna sit on this mark and pretend that he has ulti. There's no way Uzi's done the
math on timing the exact time for the ultimate. All right, he's gonna get it back up. No summoners for anyone.
If he just needs to sit on the mark, CS with Q, worst case.
Just mano a mano.
He needs to keep this wave here. It's actually honestly a bad job pushing it.
I mean, it is kind of difficult, right? Because Uzi's gonna use this CS lead for, again, the pressure. He wants to make his enemy come to him.
Loving the sweep here as well, revealing Maple, or at least his silhouette, knowing where to plant the Q in the face. Look at he's always diagonally hiding behind the minions in range of the relic spawn. Kobe spawning at the screen.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was waiting to finish on the relic spawn. But the other thing about waiting for the enemy to come to you is that, yes, you are going to be able to CS here under turret, but you can't take that fight now. There are all these extra range minions. Ranged minions are the ones that build up the most when they're building up these waves. And so that's why Maple here going for a little bit of extra harass, does get some down under the turret, but Uzi even got a nice Ren reset there.
Yeah, he's looking to shift gears here, because obviously if he lets Maple CS first, it doesn't matter. He's
92.
only 5 ahead. 93 right now. He's going to aggressively start going for CS. There's 12 that remain.
It's going to be another wave still.
Maple has ulti.
Oh.
Close to 11 as well. Could be a major breaking point.
Does he have time for the Ignite to come up? The Summoner spells are actually really close too.
No, it's not going to happen. 0 Summoner spells here and a lot of minions. Cannon trade. Look at Uzi just getting the security from the minion.
5 more. 4. 3. Maple has to go for it.
Go. Uzi knows.
He's just kiting him so well. He knows.
Maple has to go for it. He's going to pop the ulti.
2 minions left for Uzi to get. Or 300 health on the get.
Warlords, baby. Get it. Uzi stuck behind enemy lines.
Maple's trying to rush for it. It's Ignite.
Oh!
He hit the minions. Uzi rushed towards the last 2 CS.
That was so close. If Maple gets a stun right there and Uzi doesn't get the CS, he actually wins the all-in.
Definitely the most intense CS victory that we have had, Crepo. I mean, technically this year we've only had 2, so.
And that one was a culling rush, so it is still quite competitive.
Border is gone, so. Oh, Uzi also going to switch it up. I like it. We do get the variety here. And it'll be Maple's second attempt.
I mean, this matchup is...
Oh, wait a second, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is some randomness to the second spawn, but it always does start at 215, right? Mm-hmm. Plus, if someone doesn't take it right at 215, then it's really hard to judge.
Minions have spawned.
All right, both defensive.
Yeah.
I can feel the pressure.
Tension's definitely there. Quick look, see at Maple's runes and
Even the
master.
4-0 down there.
Maple, ooh, nice adaptation. 15 armor in his kit, 14% attack speed, 8.5 physical damage.
Oh, so he's taking even more armor than
yeah,
last time.
normally it's like around 8, I believe. Just
Yeah.
doubling up.
9 is just yellows, just flat yellows.
So he's going also 18-0-12 heavily into the resolve tree here. It's a style that Uzi used to go for mastery-wise, but Uzi generally goes more offensive in the runes. We're just going to confirm that here. Yeah, Uzi's only running 9 armor on her.
That was a weird path there by Maple right through those range ones, but he does
Look
get the
how little
better of
damage
the
he's
trade,
taking from
yeah.
these minions. Like, he can actually fake Uzi into a trade. Like, if you're so used to trading patterns that you win, say 3 minions plus me in a bad spot is going to make it win. The problem is that when Maple runs this much armor, these minions are almost doing no damage to him. And Uzi is speccing more into mana regen. Again, his glyphs are so heavy on mana regen. He's running 6 or 7 of them.
If we go back to that Uzi checklist for 1v1s we talked about, though, step number 1 has always been wave control.
Yep.
He's got it yet again. Hit that level 2, pushing into the turret. Even though it did cost him CS, he has it on Maple's side of the map.
Maple looking for brush control
Dead.
again. Nice dash from Uzi. That's what you're looking for. And then the double tap maximum value for CS lost it, which he can leverage, just as you were saying, into minion push.
Meanwhile, Maple, got to compliment him for his dodges on the Qs that Uzi's been doing, but there's that relic contest you're talking about for
Yeah.
Uzi.
Tanking a cannon creep here, so Uzi's very happy with that. Ignite from Maple comes out. Resets. If Uzi can get away, it's good for the summer trade.
Cool down there on the Q, so no arrow gonna come out into chase.
I love the flow, though. He baits Maple to contest the brush, dodges the hail of arrows with his dash, gets the relic, and then baits the summoner right now. If Uzi can punish really quick right here, he's in a good spot.
Oh, good trade from the brush. Doesn't dodge at the very end, but still, pretty nice one there. Maple actually pushing this one right into the turret, and Uzi may lose out.
So creative from Uzi to wait instead of basing right there. Messes up some CS. Forces Maple to stay, however. But not a good dash. Almost predicts where it's going to come. He knows exactly where the hail of arrows goes mid animation, so he doesn't even have to look at where it's landing.
Still, though, Maple, pushes it in, does get that pretty decent CS lead. He's running low on mana now, so mana is definitely going to be more of an issue for the Varus at this stage than the Lucian.
Yep, and definitely so. That plays into the Warlord's effect as well. If Uzi's not continuously getting poked, he will just eventually sustain up to 100%, just like Maple will. But then we're looking at higher mana for Uzi, full HP on both, and a Summoner's advantage. That is what he is looking for right now.
All right, the ranged minions also building up for Uzi this time around, so this exchange in the brush. Maple's going to have to retreat into his brush because he tanked a lot of cannon shots there.
Yeah, and he ran completely out of mana.
That's why Uzi has the confidence here to move up aggressively. See what the first purchase is. Maple want to freeze maybe and try and deny more minions. He already has a pretty sizable minion lead. Uzi's not going to let him do it.
No, definitely negating that possibility. Uzi always kind of fake basing and brushes. Oh, I love that Q. That was great to see there from Uzi.
Yeah, and if he gets away with this recall as well.
Still pretty equal.
Oh, he doesn't have enough mana.
Nope. Can see him leave.
You can see him, but
Bang.
can't touch. You can look, but
Can't touch this.
All right, both of them going to get off the recalls then. Pretty even. Just that 3 CS lead. Again, the attack speed focus here from Maple.
Ooh, that's...
This one for Varus. So, Varus, you do want to try and get... I mean, you can say, hey, he'll stack up that passive and then try and pop it. But it is going to be kind of difficult unless you're saving your hail of arrows to pop it.
Remember,
Q
at
is
level 6,
unreliable.
you have another third spell that you can weave into rotation. I think that's what you end up doing. You slow him with the Hail of Arrows.
Yeah.
Triple attack, tap, tap on the Q.
An ultimate, that is one of the most notorious skills in the game from people missing.
It looks so comical. We need like a surprise party Maple, surprise party Varus fodder, just so you can get comical effects. Uzi aggressively going for the contest. Look at the culling coming out as well. Maple trying to sidestep, it's so hard.
Oh my.
Love that play. Uzi knew, even if he loses the access to the relic, he will get level 6 versus level 5 because he played the earlier lanes better. This was... It can't all be coincidence. There has to be planning to this guy.
He's good, as well as
Pretty
smart.
good. How good's Uzi? Turns out Uzi's pretty good at League of Legends.
Pretty good. I don't know if there are any Curb Your Enthusiasm fans. Maple here, though, is sustaining as well decently. Has to chug through all the potions to even up that health. It is enough, though, that he can stay for some extra minions, which he really does need. You can't afford to have another poor purchase.
Oh, max channel Q. Doesn't do too much damage.
Yeah, it does almost none, actually.
It's an activator for
scratches
stacks. That's all it's built for. It's a rank 1 Q that you just want to block that passive from Varus, percent health.
Fumbles the minion there. Each one does actually count here. Pretty intense as far as the mid game goes. Just think about late game, though, and what the picture is going to be like, because this culling is such a huge tool. And it's, even if you miss the beginning, or you miss half of it, or you miss the end, it's still going to provide a lot of value. Whereas the Varus ultimate, you miss your Varus ultimate, out the window, 0 value.
It's over, yeah.
And the Lucian just smashes you. So,
Uzi
a lot more pressure on the Varus.
Getting comfortable with dashing into the minion wave for double taps into Maple. He has enough AD to make it worth to win that trade, as opposed to the minion damage that he's taking. It's one of those adaptations that you can make. Oh, look at the weaving of these double shots in the passive. That's an ult from Maple, disengaged, but bad stack proccing. Maple not optimizing that passive.
3 stacks on him now. He's going to back up, does get the Q, but he's no exit.
Done for.
And Uzi is going to be your 1v1 champion.
He came into the tournament wanting to prove his individual skill here at All-Stars. And he's done it in a fashion that is utterly impressive, honestly. Molding the AD carry style with a hybrid efficiency, with that resolve streak, and honestly, playing it to perfection.
I'm also glad he got one victory in there with the Mage, with the Syndra in the mirror match as well, just to prove that he can also do it that way.